In the first video, I talked about my journey of my life, my struggles, and certain philosophies that helped me. In this video, I will demonstrate my customized routine along with the applications of those philosophical concepts. I want to emphasize that this video is not to teach. I have selected only those asanas and movements that are specific to my needs and address one of my problems, such as prolapse, thyroid, prediabetes, several eye issues, prehypertension, and depression, etc. This kind of selection adds meaning to my practice, and meaning helps me stay focused. So instead of describing how to do an asana, I will talk about the mindset behind it. Before I begin facing and feeling the sun, I bring my awareness to whatever is bothering me at that particular moment. Then I try to see my problem of the day in the light of my philosophical understandings until they are established in my consciousness. This is an extremely important step for me because in the past, one small disturbing thought would open up my deeper past wounds. For example, feeling distant from my adult children, who I am very proud of, brings tremendous pain of rejection, worthlessness, emptiness, and loss, which has deeper connection with memories of abuse, divorce, and death of many loved ones. Tangled in them, I used to give up even before starting. But now I try to replace my disturbing thoughts of the day with the concept of impermanence, anitya. I contemplate life itself is impermanent, and the kind of closeness or love I'm craving for will end with this life anyways. So rather than getting sucked in the memories of a broken relationship or dead loved ones, I tell myself, this is the nature of life. You meet people here and you part with them here too. When I consciously think about impermanence, all ambition and emotional injuries become less important and insignificant. But the concept of impermanence brings sadness, which was one of the major distractions in the past for me. I thought, when everything is impermanent, what is the point of doing anything? To overcome this, I ponder on the concept of idannamam, which means nothing is mine in the first place. I did not create this life, this universe, my children, friends, or even my own body. In fact, I have no ability to recreate the teeniest part of this creation. It was given to me as a gift, so why be sad? Seeing as a gift helps me see the beauty when loved ones were present in my life. Then I direct my attention to this body and I tell myself, in spite of many unwanted aspects such as abuse, divorce, multiple deaths, and betrayals, this body did survive. It is still functioning and standing right here at this moment. Seeing everything as a gift results in deep gratitude, which replaces sadness and other distractions. I determine that my only duty is to take care of this amazing gift to the best of my ability. Om Bhur Swaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्. It is important to realize that yoga is much more than physical asana. There are many ways to understand yoga, but I would share Patanjali's perspective. In Yoga Sutra, asana is one of the 8 steps that prepares the body to achieve the main goal of yoga, which is a meditative state. The first 2 steps are for moral, ethical foundation. The third step is asana, which is for developing a physical foundation to help reach the meditative state. The fourth and fifth are a bridge between physical and mental domains. Steps 6 and 7 are about developing concentration and meditation in order to reach the highest goal of yoga, which is samadhi. I won't go through that in detail here, but the link in the description has more information. Now, I will share the asanas that I do in order to keep a healthy body. I have selected asanas from different sources in addition to address my physical need. I begin with warm-up along with the music created by my son Vivek. I'm wholeheartedly grateful for that music because I coordinate my movements with the rhythm of the music and my breathing while feeling each little sensation and minute details of my movement. Warm-up includes stretching and strengthening ankles, knees, thighs, hips, and waist, while sequentially moving upwards. I feel the ground with each part of my feet and listen to the cracking sounds while following the breath traveling from my nostril to toes. When I pay attention to the function of that particular body part, gratitude follows automatically. I don't have to think about anything. I remind myself that nothing can be terrible in front of the amazingness of this body. What a gift! I continue to acknowledge also, it is not mine, idannamam, and it is not permanent, anitya. I remember how in the past I carried my sadness in my sunken chest and felt the deep discomfort of shallow breathing. Breath never reached my stomach area. That was extremely uncomfortable. While ballooning my stomach with deep inhalation and completely emptying with the longer exhalation, I pull my stomach towards my spine. When fully exhaled, I feel the pulsation similar to a baby inside the womb. I connect and enjoy those beats that feels like my inner self is talking to me. I never paid attention to that before. This connection, which developed over time, makes any hurt or any upsetting thought less powerful. In addition, deeper, longer exhalation supposed to help with depression. Next, I bring my attention to my heart. I try to visualize the 4 chambers of my heart and how they are pumping non-stop to keep me alive. Thinking about that fills me with deep gratitude. At that moment, there is no room for feeling upset or sad for anything. I try to feel the breath, the blood flowing through my veins and reaching the tip of my fingers. I remember my visit to the nursing home where moving fingers was a task for many to relearn. I express my gratitude to my fingers, wrists, and hands. Shoulders were another major area where I held emotional baggage, and my slumped shoulders were very noticeable. I'm still working on undoing many years of damage and trying to approach the mind through the body. Additionally, I believe that Gomukhasana strengthens and helps with the shoulder pain after childbirth and later an injury. I hold a lot of tension in my neck and jaw area as well. So, to loosen, strengthen, and activate them, I massage and feel my thyroid gland is getting some nourishment too. Then I massage and stretch my ears, and surrounding area while remembering their importance through my mother's difficulties. These eye exercises relax and relieve eye pressure. For eyes, these 2 charts help me a lot with my eye issues. So this one, I first did, there are only 2 circles, but when I'm doing it the way I focus my eyes, they become 3. And then sometimes I see the inside of a cup on the 3rd circle here, which is not visible in regular way. And then sometimes I see the outside of a cup, and that's supposed to relax and help with the eye pressure. And this also is a chart, and for near I focus on small s and then that big E, and back and forth increases my flexibility and helps with a lot of my eye issues. I practice balancing and concentration with Brikshasana. First, connecting with the root of the tree in front of my window, I plant my foot on the ground firmly. Then I connect and focus on the tip of the tree, which helps with the balance. Throughout the asana, my stomach is pulled towards my spine, and with each breath, I push my bent knee farther back. I have noticed that when my mind is distracted, balancing in the asana becomes difficult. Then I begin the modified Surya Namaskar, Sun Salutation. Starting in Tadasana, I slowly stretch my hands up in Urdhvasana and tightly close my ears with both arms. I stay in this pose, feeling the full stretch and burn in my abdomen area. Slowly bend forward to Padasana, but intentionally avoid bringing my head down, which is not good for eye pressure. In Ashwachalan, I feel how each exhalation brings relaxation and calm in me. In Dandasana and Chaturangasana, I feel my spine is lengthening, arms, wrists, and core are strengthening. In Bhujangasana, I feel my heart and lungs are fully open. The blood and oxygen is circulating through the spine. Each breath brings relaxation. In Shalabhasana, that complements the previous asana and gives the opposite stretch. Dhanurasana activates digestive organs. I look at the picture of my father and tell him I am doing this asana. He taught me this asana, and the pulsation in my abdomen feels like he's beating inside me. In Parvatasana, I keep my head up considering my eye issues. Sun Salutation or Surya Namaskar is the only set I practiced in the beginning because, as I mentioned in the previous video, practicing alone or in group setting both did not work for me. So I had to negotiate with my mind to start small with just one slow Surya Namaskar, which includes the whole body, and completing that for a while reinforced satisfaction, and gradually I was able to add more asana. This completes the standing postures. Now I move to sitting asana. In Balasana, first I see myself as a seed inside my mother's womb, and I feel protected by her. I bow to her and also to Mother Earth. All sitting poses I combine with Moolabandh, which is a Kegel exercise and very good for prolapse. Next one is Manduk Asana, which activates the pancreas and good for diabetes. I also remind myself the reason of each asana. Ardha Matsyendrasana is good for digestion and activates abdominal organs. With each breath, I try to stretch a little more. This helps release excess gas as burping. In Janu Shirsasana and Paschimottanasana, I feel my back is stretched and the spine is lengthened. I intentionally don't bring my head again to my knees because it's not good for certain issues I have. Baddha Konasana gives full stress to inner thighs and complete opening to full front area. This asana prepares and provides flexibility for meditative poses. Ardha Kapotasana complements the previous asana, and I feel the full stretch of hips and lower body, and this ends the sitting postures, and I move to lying positions now. I combine lying asana with the Ujjayi breath, which is also called ocean breath. It feels like a very relaxing breath. Relaxing in this asana, I feel my nervous and glandular system are being nourished. I continue with Moolabandha, which is a Kegel exercise and recommended for prolapse. Slowly, I move to full Setu Bandhasana, which calms the nervous system also. In Ardha Pavan Muktasan and Pavan Muktasan, I intentionally avoid bringing my head to my knees. Supta Padangusthasana, I feel the stretch in legs and notice how circulation is flowing towards the heart. Full Pavan Muktasan and swing to massage the spine and back. Sarvangasana activates the vagus nerve, thyroid and other glands, which secretes mood-regulating hormones. I envision my thyroid is nourished and strengthened emotional mind. Some say it increases blood flow in optic nerves, but I'm not sure. Regardless of these benefits, longer stay in these asanas is not good for eye pressure. For that reason, I have excluded some other asanas. Matsyasana provides the opposite stretch and releases the stress in the neck. I feel my heart is opening in this posture too. Supta Matsyendrasana stretches the spine and both sides and relieves stress. And this ends the lying postures, and I move to breathing exercise now. Pranayam, generally known as breathing exercise, is actually more than that. Patanjali sees pranayam as a way to connect with the source of life. When I am doing pranayam, I try to feel how the air that I breathe is the same that everyone breathes. and it makes me feel connected to the universal life force. With 3 deep breaths, I remind myself that each incoming breath is a gift, idannamam, and each outgoing breath is impermanent, anitya. On the other level, deep breathing and longer exhalation helps with depression. Next, I do Kapalbhati, which is the cleansing pranayam. I feel all pollen, dust and negativity leaving me. It also improves blood circulation in eyes in addition to cleansing the lungs. Then I do Bandh, which creates an internal vacuum by closing the base of hips, neck cavity and stomach pulled towards the spine. I hold it for a few minutes. Then I do Anulom Vilom Pranayam, which is considered to balance the both sides of brain and circulates oxygen flow in the eyes. With fingers on the third eye area, I remind myself I see the world as it is, without the pangs of cravings and aversions. I also think that each inhale is a gift, idannamam, not mine, and each exhale represents impermanence, anintya. Then I do Shikari and Sadanta, which nourishes gums and teeth. It's sort of like air pulling and air peck. The last one is Shanmukhi Mudra. Also, some people call it Bhramari. And it's the 5th step described by Patanjali, Pratyahar, just one step before meditation, which is a main goal of yoga. This is an effort to go inward by closing the outside world. In this pranayam, I feel pulsation on my thumbs near my ears and hear some sound coming from there, and also I can see some light towards my third eye area when I am concentrated. And that's sort of, and I meditate on those sounds and the light for a few minutes. I end my practice with the Metta prayer of Vipassana and Sanskrit mantra. Feeling gratitude, I first bless my eyes and this amazing body. Then I pray for freedom from my psychological complexity. I ask blessings for my mother who gave me birth, the guru, the teacher, the ancestors and departed souls. Then I send my well wishes to my children, my neighborhood, all life in water, earth and sky. May everyone be happy and disease-free. May no one see evil and no one be unhappy. जिस जननी ने जन्म दिया अब उनका मंगल होए रे, जिस गुरुदेव ने धर्म दिया है उनका मंगल होए रे, श्याम का मंगल, शालू का मंगल, विवेक का मंगल होए रे, इस प्रदेश के सारे प्राणी मंगल लाभी होए रे। जल में थल में और गगन में सभी का मंगल होए रे। सब मृतकों का मेरे पूर्वजों का सभी का मंगल होए रे। जन जन मंगल सब जग मंगल सब जग सुखिया होए रे। ओम सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्। ओम शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति।